If you hear the fan, I got a fan going on. It's thundering. I don't know if you can hear the thunder, but let's go ahead and get this reading done. All right. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the weekly energies for all signs, Aries through Pisces, for the week of August the 10th through 16th, 2026. Now, for those of you that don't know, hi, my name is Tiara, and I do weekly tarot readings such as this one, as well as monthly tarot readings. And speaking of monthlies, I did the month of August, so please be sure to check that out if you haven't already. Also, I do collective moon readings, and speaking of collective moon readings, I also got to do the Cancer and Capricorn axis. I kind of pushed that back since I kind of have a weird schedule around that, but I do plan on doing that possibly next week. But in any case, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I already pre-shuffled the cards, so we can go ahead and start on the sign of Aries. Aries, what's coming up for you this week? Devil reverse. What are you releasing, Aries? I keep getting, like, for the past few weeks, it seems as though you're releasing something. Now, for some of you, you may be releasing some sort of information or revealing some sort of information here that you came across, because the Page of Swords is reversed. So also I can see this as you're releasing something after recognizing something. You saw something or you witnessed something and it's like you're having to wipe your hands clean of it. I've been getting this for you for the past few weeks. I don't know what this is picking up on, but I keep getting the energy of you releasing something here. Coming up for you this week, Aries. Magician. Some of you guys are trying to start over or trying to get back on track. It's the energy I'm getting, because it seems as though something like took you off track or something took you off your progression moving forward here. You pulled the Magician, was talking about like manifesting or trying to like get stuff in order or trying to like make something work, make something shake. But it seems as though there's some sort of unresolved feelings involved here. Now, for some of you guys, you may be offering your cup of love to somebody, or someone may be offering something to you, extending something to you, someone that you release or someone that you no longer speak to or someone that you no longer deal with. Either it's you that's coming back around to someone to offer something to them because there's some unresolved feelings or some unresolved business or unfinished business, or it could be the other way around where it's another person approaching you to try and make something work because they feel there's a sense of something unresolved. So let's see. Coming up for you this week, Aries. But why do I get it's falling flat? The words that popped out as soon as I pulled the Ace of Pentacles reverse is something falling flat. Even if someone were to come back around, why do I get it's not going to become concrete? So for some of you, it could be just a matter of like mending a bridge between you and another individual, but not necessarily pursuing it, or not necessarily allowing yourself to make this something that's permanent or something that is like an ongoing occurrence where it's like a part of your reality now. I just get that something's not going to become concrete, but I do get that there's some sort of connection. Now, for some of you, you may come across someone from the past or someone that you dealt with on some sort of level, and you may reconnect on some level, but it don't go anywhere outside of that. Let's see. Why the Devil reverse? Ooh, okay, that flew right over. Ooh, okay. What I get, some of you guys are just not interested. Either you or the other way around. Someone's not interested in not in giving someone a second chance. Someone may turn down this offer or turn down the opportunity to make something shake or something like that, or to reconnect. I just get that, like, letting bygones be bygones. Like, okay, this happened, but it's not something that is going to be permanently cemented again. It's not going to be something where it's just like a permanent reconnect, if that makes sense. Why the Magician? Yeah, you don't, some of you guys, I'm getting two different energies. Either you're coming back around to something or someone else coming back around to you here to explore the idea of something, but no one's doing anything to maintain it. Why the Ace of Pentacles reverse, and then we'll move on. Yeah, letting this go. It may be an argument that ensued, like someone may, okay. I'm getting that, like, some of you guys are just not going to see eye to eye with whoever this is or whatever this is. I just get that for the best interest of both parties, if it's dealing with another person or if it's dealing with a situation, is to just not allow this to become back cemented part of your reality, if that makes sense. Because I'm getting it's not something that's concrete. This is something that's surface level, if most. Maybe some sort of memories of fondness or something like that, but outside of that, I don't get it going anywhere. But that's what I get for you this week, Aries. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. Taurus, coming up for you this week. There's a lack of equal give and take, and because there's a lack of equal give and take, there's a lack of recognition. Some of you guys don't feel seen, or some of you guys feel as though you're not being watered properly or nurtured properly. If you see the sun card I have in my hand here, it seems as though like the flowers are reversed, which means that it's just not growing, it's not being watered, it's not being showered with praise. It's something here where you feel as though you're not getting what you give out, or you're just not, some of you guys feel down and out about certain things, like how you feel about yourself or how you feel about certain things here. Let's see, come up for you this week, Taurus. I wanted to say month, so check out the monthly if you haven't already. 2 cards flew out. Some of you guys are going to be rising above disappointments or things that just fell through. I keep getting that you're going to, regardless of whether or not something is equal give and take, I still think that it's your best interest to like give to yourself the best way that you know how, to recognize yourself. Because I do see you rising from whatever disappointment this is, making things shake or making things work with what you have, even if things fell through. Someone probably dropped the ball, or something just did not come to the fruition that you wanted to be, or the vision that you envisioned this thing to be. But I'm getting, ultimately, you're going to be rising above this disappointment that you're experiencing here. You this week, Taurus. Okay, that came out on the side. So I'm getting that something may get exposed, or something may get a real. Now, some of you guys may be avoiding the truth in regards to a situation here. Some of you guys might be biting your tongue in regards to like what you sense or what you see here. Some of you guys are not really saying what needs to be said, or some of you guys are just like slowly but surely fading to the shadows for a minute. Some of you guys are just building in the dark, like getting yourself together in the dark. You're not necessarily showing outwardly. You're just pouring back into yourself here. Let's see. Why the 6 of Pentacles reversed? You're not taking action because nothing's changed. It's the energy of, if you don't give a damn, why should I give a damn? If you're not giving to this, why should I give to this? It shouldn't just be all on one person here. And I'm getting that, like, if nothing's changing, then it's no way forward. It's not going to progress. It's not going to do anything. Why the High Priestess reversed? And then we'll move on. I think you guys are waiting on the silver lining of a situation. Like, yes, something else probably fell through, but that does not mean something's not going to go through because of that thing falling through, if that makes sense. I'm just getting, ultimately, you're going to be rising above disappointments, and you're going to stop giving to situations where if it's not given to you the same that you're giving to it in return, you're just going to take your energy back and reinvest that into yourself. Some of you guys, I get that you're reinvesting into different things, like checking your investments, whether it's your time, energy, resources, emotions here, and redistributing it properly, versus like spreading yourself thin. But I also get that there's going to be some like sort of resolve. Some of you guys may be waiting on that opportunity, or waiting on, I'm getting the word strike when the iron is hot, waiting on the perfect moment to strike, waiting on the perfect moment to like actually move forward. But until you get that flicker of light, I'm getting like the leading start, like something here, until you get that like confirmation, or until you get that like that blaring light, I'm getting like a blink, like until you get that glimmer or something like that, then that's when you'll get the go to move forward. That's when you'll start to move forward here, and you won't no longer stress. Some of you guys are waiting on the perfect opportunity. Like some of you guys, this could be a contract. You're waiting on a contract to get resolved, or something to like, let's say like you are partnering up with somebody and you're waiting on them to like get the offer in order, or get their priorities in order, or something like that. You're waiting on something to come through. It could be in regards to partnerships, or it could be a relationship. It just seems as though you're waiting on something to contractualize. But that's what I get for you this week, Taurus. Gemini, what's coming up for you this week? Walking away. You're getting over some things and walking away. Clear as day. 8 of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords reversed. So you're walking away. possibly from a broken home or something that just did not work out within some sort of relationship or some sort of partnership or some sort of home. I'm just getting something, you're walking away from heartbreak or disappointments in regards to that. What's coming up for you this week, Gemini? Yeah, you're going to be, you got it in the same position as Aries, actually. So some of you guys could be dealing with an Aries, or you got Aries placements. But I'm getting that, like, you're taking a step back. You're taking a step back. Going back to the game, going back to the drawing board is the energy I get for you. Letting some things go and going back to the drawing board here. And you're blocking out communication, or you're blocking out contact to certain things or people. Why the 8 of Cups? Yeah, you're going to be focusing on yourself. Releasing attachments here. Something that you felt chained to or something that you felt tied to. It seems as though you're going to be putting that back to yourself. I don't know why. Okay, I don't want to see it. Why the Magician before I say that? Yeah, you're becoming independent. Some of you guys are working on releasing this burden because this thing was probably a thorn on your side, whether it's a person or a situation here. And it seems as though you're going to be working on your independence, working on becoming like single from this or like independent from this, because it seems as though like you was tied to this thing for so long and it felt like you couldn't shake it off. But now it just seems as though you're finding out that like, oh, I have a choice. I can either stick with this or just get the fuck on. You can just literally just get the fuck on. Some of you guys, it's not that simple, but I'm just getting ultimately there's an energy of you becoming independent and freed from something, walking away from something that is toxic, walking away from something where it brought you down. You're finally getting your bearings in some way, shape, or form. Why the Strength card reverse? 2 of Pentacles reverse. Oh, 2 of Pentacles upright. Some of you guys are going now. I don't know if someone may be trying to bait you. You may be going back and forth on whether or not you want to entertain some sort of argument or entertain some sort of like comments, something here where someone try to bait you. And I remember saying this in one of the weeklies for you, is that like someone may be trying to prolong an argument or prolong like a situation, but it's never getting resolved because they're trying not to have stuff get resolved. So I'm getting the energy of like, if this thing is not getting resolved, then there's no need for me to sit up here and uphold this conversation. If it's not talking about resolutions, why am I talking to you? Why are we going back and forth if we're not going to reach a common ground here? So I'm getting ultimately, you're going back and forth on whether or not you want to entertain this. But I think like if someone's determined to keep something going or determined to like draw something out or prolong something, there's no need for you to invest your energy in something like that, because it's only going to wear you down. The other person, they don't care. They just want something to be prolonged for some odd reason. Why the Empress card? Because I'm getting that. Why the Empress card? Now, for some of you guys, you may be, this for some of you, so this is just not for everybody. Some of you guys may be walking away from the idea of having children, freeing yourself from the idea of allowing yourself to have kids. That's for some of you. And some of you guys may be teetering on like, well, should I continue to fight for this or should I continue to keep going with this? Continue to try and have kids or just figure out other alternatives here. Because I'm getting that like you're walking away from the idea of becoming pregnant or having a child and just becoming independent, or just like placing it on the back burner if it's not fully walking away from the idea of that here. Not stressing yourself out, figuring out other alternatives to have kids. This is for some of you. I'm just picking up random messages in regards to this. There may be some unresolved feelings because you pulled the Death Reverse card. So it seems as though there's still a glimmer of hope, but as of right now, it seems as though you're going to be going back to the drawing board as to like what it is that you want to do in regards to that. Now, forget again, if it's in regards to someone else, it seems as though you're going to be walking away from situations where it seems as though it want to prolong the ending or prolong the resolution versus finding solutions here. And you're contemplating on whether or not you want to keep going back and forth with this individual or just leave shit be until you get a clear yes or no. But that's what I get for you this week, Gemini. All right. Cancer, what's coming up for you this week? Cancer, what's coming up for you this week? That did not want to come out. Seven of Swords. Some of you guys have to let go of delusions or let go of some sort of deception that has transpired. Let's see. What's coming up for you this week, Cancer? Some of you guys are guarded. Some of you guys may be sensing some sort of deception or witnessing some sort of deception here. Yeah, this could be this could involve multiple people because you got the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys may be avoiding a fallout or avoiding, like, guarding yourself against some sort of shady shit that's going on amongst a group of people, or you and another person or something here. Let's see. What's coming up for you this week, Cancer? Some of you guys are not too fond of somebody. Yeah. Okay. Someone's not being upfront, or someone's not telling the truth. Someone may be like, I'm getting the words throwing rocks and hiding their hand. Seems as though you're going to be... Someone disappointed you, Cancer, and it seems as though you're on guard because of this disappointment here. Because they was doing something shady or sneaky behind your back. Why the Seven of Swords? Okay. Someone was scheming. Okay. You're observing someone scheming, and it's like you're having to block this out. Now, for some of you guys, this could be someone trying to plot against you. I know this is weird. I'm picking up on some weird... Cancer, your readings have been so weird for the past few weeks, okay? But I'm getting, ultimately, there may be someone who is contemplating on coming at you a certain way or trying to do something here, coming back around, like making a decision, like taking action. They're not taking action just yet, but it seems as though this is all in their head, or they're just watching, trying to see what they can do. But it's like you got your guard up. So it's like they're trying to find ways to come at you a certain way, but they're unable to. Like they're unable to take action because they don't know how to get past your defenses here. It seems as though you may be on to them. Why the Nine of Wands? Okay. Some of you guys feel as though you're on an island by yourself here. Yeah, some of you got... Now, why the Nine of Cups reverse? Cancer, yours is so fucking weird. Restlessness. Disappointments. Some of you guys feel as though you're on the island by yourself. You can't really give too much. Whether it's like your time, energy, or resources, like you have to keep to yourself at this time. Because it's like you're sensing something's not right. Something's not clean in the buttermilk. Something's just not it. Something's not right with somebody. Because it's like, I think, and if this is someone that you know, or someone in your proximity and you're not too fond of, or something's not right, follow that instinct. And I'm not trying to like plant seeds. If you didn't feel this initially, then don't worry. This is not your message. But I'm picking up on someone trying to see the best way to come back into, like, break down your defenses here. But for some of you, you guys feel guarded and feel as though you can't really do much or give away too much. Why the Four of Swords clarifying that? Yeah. An offer that fell through. Like, someone may be trying to emotionally manipulate a situation or try to, like, come under the guise of, like, oh, yeah, I come in peace, and they're not coming in peace. I'm getting the energy of there's something here where someone's not upfront, and there's someone that you, if you're not fond of this person, you already had an inkling about something. Follow your instincts, Cancer. Follow your instincts. Now, if this is something where you already did get stabbed or get back, like got done in by someone, or someone did something shady already to you, it's like you have your defense up. It's like you can't really trust them anymore. You can't really open your heart up to them anymore because they they shot themselves in the foot. Like they got denied access before they can make any more destruction than what it's worth. But that's what I get for you this week, Cancer. I know that's vague, but if you already sense this, just be careful around certain people. Okay? All right. Leo, what's coming up for you this week? Okay, this came out on the side. So some of you guys are teetering on, okay, becoming independent from something here. Some of you guys are becoming independent from something that is not changing or something that is not moving along here. Coming up for you this week, Leo. Okay. King of Cups reverse. Some of you guys don't have no more love to give. Like you're going back and forth of whether or not you want to entertain this or like become independent from it. I'm getting the energy of like you already are emotionally disconnected from whoever this is or whatever this is. But let's see what's coming up for you this week, Leo. Some of you guys feel out of balance. Yeah, some of you guys don't feel as though you can really give away your emotions here. Like you're having to become independent or like be to yourself at this time. Because there's a lack of clarity in regards to how you feel about something here. Like, for example, let's say, this is just an example. Let's say someone say, oh, do you want to be my partner? And it's like, you don't really know if you really want to entertain a relationship or you want to just still stay single. It's the energy of like, you don't know whether or not you want something or don't want something. Let's see. What a Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, you're blocking something out. Now for some, okay, the Fool reverse showed up. So I'm getting that you're blocking someone out. It's like you came to reality about something or you getting clarity about something. I'm getting some of you guys got turned off. So it's like you're blocking out some sort of thing because you gain clarity about it here. Yeah. Someone's trying to stir the pot with you or someone's not necessarily available. Why the King of Cups reverse? Hold on. What is there? These are ones. Someone's not emotionally available. Someone's not emotionally available. Yeah. This person probably got cold feet or this person like probably said like, oh yeah, I want to do this and then they don't. It's something like that. Someone's just not emotionally available to the idea of something here. And it's like, instead of wasting time, you're not going to sit up here and entertain this or vice versa. Why the Temperance reverse? Six of Swords. This person don't have stability in their own life. So if this is someone coming back around, I think you block this person out or you're just becoming independent from someone who just lacks clarity, who lacks some sort of direction, who lacks like whatever. Like I'm getting the energy of someone didn't know what they wanted and it's like it's like you were being strung along and it's like, okay, yeah, now I'm sensing that you're just playing in my face at this point and they don't have stability in their own life, but they're going back and forth like 1 minute they want this and 1 minute they don't. So I'm just getting that you're releasing yourself from the energy of feeling confused about indecision. Because indecision is a decision. Because if someone knew what they wanted, they would have already got it, right? So I'm getting that like there's an energy of someone who don't know what they want, trying to make trying to make way back, but I'm just getting that you're not open to it. You are vice versa here. Yeah. I'm getting that it's just you're not interested in the theatrics or interested in some sort of indecision with somebody or something. But that's what I get for you this week, Leo. All right. Virgo, what's coming up for you this week? Okay, 3 cards flew out. Okay. I'm getting that some of you guys are disappointed in something. Like some of you guys lost hope in something. Something disappointed you and you lost hope in it. Yeah. Let's see. Why the Star reverse? Nine of Wands. Some of you guys may feel a little bit, I want to say, vulnerable. Like you feel a little bit guarded about, some of you guys may have to do with your career. Some of you guys don't feel accomplished or feel as though you're where you want to be in your career, or just some of you guys don't feel established and you feel a little bit vulnerable in regards to that, because it's like you don't want to be looked at a certain way, you don't want to be treated a certain way. So some of you guys may be feeling a little bit guarded or feel as though like you're not established in some way, shape, or form, and it's like you're having to like seem as though you're put together on the external, but internally you're feeling a little bit shaken up, or you're feeling a little bit vulnerable or insecure. I want to say insecure, but because I know some people don't like that word, but it's like some of you guys may be feeling a little bit insecure about your standing in your life at this time, or like where you're going in your life at this time, because you got the Ten of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys may just be feeling a little bit uneasy about certain things here. Why the Five of Cups? I flew right to it. Yeah, some of you guys may be trying to avoid disappointments. Some of you guys may be trying to hold yourself up, but like, why do I get it's like false sense of security? I'm getting a false sense of security because some of you guys may be like, no, I got this, but deep down you feel like you've fallen apart. Let's see, why the Page of Wands? I say that. Okay. For some of you, you may be feeling this way because, okay. And I think I got this for a sign last week. I forgot which sign, where some of you guys may be dealing with, let's say, for example, you were connected to someone and they were the sole provider. And then this person was like, oh, I'm done with you. I'm ready to move on. And then they cut you off. And now it's like you're having to figure out your way after depending on someone to get you from point A to point B. It don't necessarily have to be that scenario. This is just an example. But I'm getting that like it feels as though the rug was swept from under you in some way, shape, or form. And it's like you're having to like keep up a front or keep up as if like you got yourself together or you feel accomplished, when deep down you feel as though like things are falling apart, or deep down you don't feel as established, or you don't feel as secure in your circumstances here. And I just want to say, like, Virgo, things may seem hazy right now, but don't ever give up on yourself. And I know I say this, I know this is cliche, and I say this a lot, but don't ever give up on yourself because the situation gave up on you. You still have a fighting chance to turn shit around, with or without whatever, because the external can change at any given day, any given moment. But you got to stay solid and firm within yourself. The external, who gives a fuck about the external at this point? I mean, unless you got responsibilities. I'm not saying forget your responsibilities. What I'm saying is that, like, how can you have something together externally when internally you're not able to maintain it? So I'm asking you, Virgo, like, try and build that inner wealth within yourself. Focus on your inner well-being, okay? Because again, the external is temporary. What's built within lasts forever. So I'm getting that, like, you're having to try and make it seem as though you got it together. And there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, trying to seem as though you're put together even though shit is falling apart or you don't feel as secure in what you're doing. But there's also need to be an understanding that, like, if I'm not right, how can I be right for this? If I'm not fully all the way there, how can I give it my all? So focus on what you can do, not what is out of your control. Fuck appearances, because appearances are just that, appearances. That's just surface level. Focus on what's actually real, what's actually true. And make those changes in order to become what you want, or to actually feel genuinely secure. Okay, Virgo? Because you feel as though there's no other way out, or you have no other option. And some of you guys are not feeling as confident, or not feeling as though you're not as established. But Virgo, external, again, I'm going to say this over and over again till I'm blue in the face. The external can change at any given moment. But as long as you build what's within you, that's actually pure. Get to know yourself on a deeper level, okay? outside of whatever this is. Okay, Virgo? But that's what I get for you this week. All right. Libra, what's coming up for you this week? Some of you guys feel weighed down or burdened by something. Some of you guys might be feeling guilty that you have to let something go, or you have to get yourself out of something here. But something's weighing on you. What's coming up for you this week, Libra? Okay, 2 cards flew out. Some of you guys are having to see things beyond what is being shown. Some of you guys know some things that... Some of you guys feel as though you know things that you're not supposed to know, or you see things that you're not supposed to see. But some of you guys are seeing something clearly here about how something's really affecting you more than you gave it credit for. I'm also getting someone's not working with you, or there's a lack of collaboration, a lack of like teamwork. There's a lack of things running smoothly, like someone's not pulling their weight in a situation. Let's say you were assigned to a project and you're doing all the work and someone else just skating by the seat of their own pants. I'm getting that like there's something here where you feel as though you're burdened by responsibility, or you're burdened by like some sort of like, you're just burdened. Let's see, why the 10 of Wands is here? Why is there? Oh, my leg. 2 of Cups. Some of you guys feel as though you're obligated to stick with something, or like some of you guys feel burdened by a connection you have with someone or something here. Why the Queen of Swords? Some of you guys are trying to gain a new perspective over this, or trying to gain a better understanding over whatever this is. Now, for some of you, something may get exposed, or something may reveal itself to you that you got to look at carefully. I'm getting the words read between the lines, so some of you guys have to read between the lines of a situation or a partnership. Like, some of you guys may have to reevaluate a partnership or a connection that you're a part of here, because it seems as though something's weighing heavier on you than you like to admit. And it seems as though the universe may be placing you in a position where you have to see something from a bird's eye view. See something when the smoke clears. See something from the outside looking in for once. Is this thing beneficial for me, or is this like taken away from me more so than giving to me? Because I'm getting something may get exposed to you here where you got to wrap something up, or like allow something to close out. Why the 5 of Wands reverse? 2 cards flew out. Ace of Wands. Some of you guys are, okay. Some of you guys have to get yourself out of a period of lack. I'm getting that like there was a lack of equal give and take. I'm getting the energy where something was all on you and not on the other person. So some of you guys may be feeling as though like the responsibility wasn't being spread out evenly. It was a lot of imbalances, a lot of a lack of equal give and take in some way, shape, or form. And it just seems as though you're having to make some tough decisions here. Let's see, why is there? Yeah. I'm getting that you have to reevaluate what's important, like what's more important to you. You're having to gain a new perspective over something here, over something that is weighing heavy on you, or over something where it's not equal give and take to you. Trying to see like what's your next move, or trying to see like what you should do to combat this, or to like what, let me see, what is there? Yeah, some of you guys feel restless. Some of you guys may be contemplating on walking away from something, or leaving something behind in the cold here, because it's burdensome and it just feels as though you're not getting anywhere with whatever this is. Some of you guys may be moving forward, or just leaving something out in the cold. I'm just getting the energy of you going back and forth on whether or not you want to like let something go or continue to stick with it, because you just sense that it's a lot of unfairness, or there's a lot of like lack of equal give and take, or lack of like shared responsibilities here. Yeah, I'm just getting that you're trying to outweigh your options this week as to what you want to do moving forward. But that's what I get for you this week, Libra. All right. Scorpio, what's coming up for you this week? Partnership. Some of you guys are finding common ground with someone. Some of you guys are making peace with somebody here. What's coming up for you this week, Scorpio? Yeah. Trying to bridge the gap between you and another person after something did not go a certain way. So I'm getting that you reconnecting with somebody, or you're like finding peace within a situation here. Finding some sort of closure. Some of you guys, it could be closure. Some of you guys are like having to like look elsewhere or open up your horizons now that you got whatever you needed out of a situation. Like, I'm getting that you're finding peace within something here, Scorpio. Especially after something fell through or after you fell out with somebody. Now, for some of you, this could involve like you falling out with somebody here. And it's like after a period of time apart, you guys find common ground. Like, you guys are able to see each other's perspective, or able to like, I don't know, let's just say the heart grow fonder. Distance made the heart grow fonder. So some of you guys, like, it took time apart in order to like just gain some sort of common ground. Let's see, what's coming up for you this week, Scorpio? Yeah, you're moving forward. Even if you lost hope, or even if like it's something where it just still feels as though like it's not going to be the same. Like, yes, you can like reconnect, or yes, you can find peace in a situation, but I'm just getting the energy of like it's just not going to be the same. But you're still willing to move forward, or you're still willing to like bury the hatchet between you and another individual, or between you and the situation overall. Finding common ground to move forward here. Let's see. Why the Two of Cups? Yeah. It's in your best interest. I think you observe that this is in your best interest. Now, for some of you guys, you're not going to really fully trust this thing again, or you're not going to really fully open up to this thing again. But I'm also getting the energy of like, okay, well, I just know how far to take this. I know where to go with this. I know what I need to do. I know what to give and what not to give. I'm just getting that like you're ultimately just doing what's best for the situation overall, versus like just, you know, just trying to just move forward or push past something overall, like trying to find some sort of reasoning. Why the Three of Wands? Yeah, it's in the best interest to just let something go, because it's like, seem as though like the more you try to like pursue it, or the more you try to like staying your ground, and not saying that you like you got to stand for something at some point, but what I'm saying is like it seems as though like it wasn't helping the situation to move forward. It wasn't helping the situation to like find some sort of resolve. So I'm getting that ultimately you're just buckling down. It's like, okay, what's for the best interest of this situation overall? Like, what's the best resolution we can get in order to get this thing done? I'm just seeing that your energy is more so trying to like get something done versus like draw something out more than what it needs. Trying to find some sort of forward movement versus stalling or piddling around in something. Why the Chariot? Yeah. No longer stressing. No longer trying to like hold on to words or hold on to like things that is just not helping things to progress. I think your main thing for this week, or just in general, whenever you come across this, is like mainly moving forward, mainly like pushing past things, mainly trying to get something going versus like having it be installed time and time again. Because you're just trying to see what is for the best interest of the overall picture versus something that is just temporary, or something that is like gonna make stuff worse than what it is. But that's what I get for you this week, Scorpio. All right. Sagittarius, coming up for you this week. Page of Pentacles. I'm getting that you're finding some sort of opportunity, or you're finding some sort of potential in a certain area of your life. Now, for some of you, it could be in regards to your career. Like, some of you guys may be feeling a lot more passionate about. Some of you guys may be pursuing a passion project, or some of you guys may be finding potential in some sort of project that you have your eyes on. I'm just getting that you're really like seeing some sort of potential in something or somebody. Coming up for you this week, Sagittarius. I'm getting that you made up your mind about what you want to do. Some of you guys are finding some sort of resolve in something. Coming up for you this week, Sagittarius. Yeah, some of you guys are coming back around to the idea of something, or coming back around to the potential of something here. You made up your mind, and you're coming back around to something. So for some of you, if this is a project, it's like you're coming back around to the idea that you had before, and you're wanting to like see where it will lead you. Now, if it's not a project, it could be with another person. Some of you guys are like swinging the block back around to somebody that you dealt with before, just to see where it will lead you. So let's see. Why the Page of Pentacles? Five of Wands reverse. Yeah, because you're ready to like, you waited for the dust to settle. Like, it's like you didn't have the clarity that you need, or you didn't really have the information that you need in order to push past, or in order to like really pursue that time. So this could be something that was placed on the back burner. You wasn't really too sure about whatever this is, but it seems as though something gave you some sort of clarity to where you can come back around and actually work on it. Like, for example, it's like, I'm getting the puzzle. Like, for example, you step away from a puzzle for a minute because it's like every piece starts to look the same. But you take a few days off and you're like, okay, I think I'm ready to go back to the puzzle. You go back to the puzzle and now you're able to see the puzzles, like the puzzle pieces a lot differently. Every puzzle piece don't look the same anymore. So it seems as though you had to take a beat away from something in order to see the potential, in order to see something clearly here. Why the Five of Wands reverse? Why the Two of Wands reverse? Yeah, some of you guys are letting your guard down. Y'all seeing something. Y'all seeing something now that you had. I'm just getting the energy that you have to take this a step back in order to see the potential of something, in order to see something clearly here. Because why the Eight of Cups reverse? Yeah, letting your guard down. I'm getting that some of you guys are going to allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable, because some of you guys may have felt uncomfortable with the idea of opening up, or uncomfortable with the idea of giving something or pursuing something. But I'm just getting something's helping you to like loosen up, or to like, I don't know if it's a realization, I don't know if it's like a conversation that you have, or some sort of sudden realization. I'm just getting that some of you guys are going to be opening up to the idea of something again after some time apart, or after gaining some sort of clarity, after some sort of back and forth. Or let's see, why the Five of Wands reverse? Something do want me to clarify. Strength reverse. Yeah, you had to let something go in order to see something. Let go of the past. Some of you guys, it was like past memories. Like, for example, like, this is just an example. Let's say something screwed you over before, and it was like you really put your all in whatever this is, and you got screwed over. And it's like you kind of closed off because of whatever happened. But now it's like you're finding your footing again. Like, you're becoming a little bit more open now, because you're starting to recognize, or you should be starting to recognize, that like not every situation is going to result to that. It just helped you to, you just had to learn how to filter through certain things in order to be able to know what is right for you and what is not right for you. So I'm just getting, ultimately, you're not painting everything with the same brush like before, just based off past experiences. Yes, I'm not saying like ignore what happened in the past, because if it was fucked up, it was fucked up. But I guess it's a matter of not allowing the past to paint your future, not allowing the past to dictate how you move forward, not letting the past paint this potential opportunity to seem as though it's like that again, if that makes sense. So I'm getting that you're regaining back hope, and I'm getting that you're going to be opening up to the idea of something differently now, after releasing some sort of like image in your mind, or releasing just the idea of something being a certain way, or predicting something to be a certain way just based off of past experience. But that's what I get for you this week, Sagittarius. All right, Capricorn, what's coming up for you this week? Four of Wands. Some of you guys are feeling a lot more steady after taking a step back, after not contributing to something. Some of you guys have to step away in order to get your internal affairs in order, because while the Four of Wands does represent the home, the family, the kids, the foundation, I'm also getting that like some of you guys had to take a step away and stop giving your energy to something in order to like get certain things out the way. Because I had to tell Virgo this. I was like, your external is gonna be there. The external can change at any given moment. But your internal wealth is what matters most, because that's what is built to last. So what I'm seeing for you is, it seems as though you're gonna like take a step back and just focus on your internal affairs at this time. You're not going to be given too much outwardly. You're going to be pouring into yourself, fixing the foundation before the foundation falls apart. Let's see what's coming up for you this week, Capricorn. Yeah, I'm getting like sorting some things out within your subconscious. I'm just getting the energy that you're not going to really be putting outwardly too much, at least for this week. But I am getting that like you're trying to see things, like there's a lot of hidden elements that you're trying to uncover or trying to understand within yourself. I'm just getting that this is an internal thing. It's not something that's really external. Because some of you guys, you probably were like putting more outwardly into the external versus like putting more inwardly into yourself. So it seems as though you're going to be like actually listening to yourself for once, actually hearing yourself for once, seeing yourself for once, versus like trying to like avoid what's in the mirror or avoid what's going on within you or what's going on with you. Because it's like, for example, confirmation. It's like, in order to get through it, in order to like see the other side of it, you got to go through it, right? So it's like you're having to like sort some things out within yourself. It's coming up for you this week, Capricorn. Okay, 2 cards flew out. Yeah, something gets exposed. Like I'm getting that like you're having to unveil certain things within yourself. Like some of you guys felt as though, I'm just getting that you was being ran dry. And you didn't even know you was being ran dry until you crashed. Not literally, but it just feels as though like I'm getting like a caffeine crash, like you're on a caffeine high and then like you just crash. I'm just getting that like it's like you were high functioning in some sort of like external realm, and then you were neglecting yourself in return. You could probably look good on the external, like you couldn't really tell, like, oh, you dressed to the nines, oh, you got this and you got this together. But internally, you were really going through it. Like you were really like, it's just like appearances can be deceiving. So I'm just getting that like there's something here pointing towards you having to reroute your focus back to yourself. Why the 4 of Wands? Okay. Yeah. Ace of Wands reverse. I'm getting like it's pointing right back towards you here, Capricorn. Why the Moon? And then we'll move on. Why the Moon? There's something in your subconscious that it wants to give you. Like there's something, yeah. There's something within your subconscious. Now, some of you guys may be feeling a little bit restless because it seems as though you're dealing with something. Some of you guys, it may be something mentally, like where you feel as though you have, like you need a break here. But I'm getting that there's something within you see how this person is holding a crescent moon in his hand? It's like it's offering something or carrying something here, holding something. It seems as though it's giving you something here. Like it's flickering a light for you to follow or to come towards. So I'm getting within you, Capricorn, is that like there's something within your subconscious that needs your attention. There's something within you that needs your attention. And if you give yourself enough time to rest or give yourself enough time to be by yourself or to get your internal affairs in order, then you're able to uncover whatever this is that you need to deal with. It's not necessarily showing up where it's like concrete. It's more abstract. You have to do the work, or you have to like put in work to understand what's trying to be shown to you. But that's what I get for you this week, Capricorn. All right. Aquarius, coming up for you this week. Some of you guys are going back and forth or up in the air about what you want to do. Some of you guys are unclear about your intentions or someone else's intentions here. Coming up for you this week, Aquarius. Yeah, some of you guys are trying to see, going back and forth on whether or not you want to open up or to just like stay disconnected from something. You pulled the Lovers reverse here. Behind it is the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So I'm getting that some of you guys are going back and forth on whether or not you want to open up to something again or just keep yourself close off to something. Coming up for you this week. Yeah, some of you guys, I'm just getting that you're leaning towards not really offering yourself to something or not really giving your energy to something. Now, for some of you, you may be like considering letting something go that you was working on. Could be something dealing with work. Like trying to delegate responsibilities, like take certain things off your plate. Some of you guys feel disconnected from what you're doing here. Yeah, I'm getting that like you want to move on or move away from something, see what else is out there. Why the Nine of Wands? Knight of Wands reverse. Yeah, some of you guys are, I get some of you guys don't want to commit to something anymore. Some of you guys want to abandon something. Like, let's say you were working on something, right? And then it's like the more you was working with it, the more it just started to like become unfavorable. It started to become something that you don't even recognize anymore. And I'm getting that like it seems as though you're now just doing it just to do it because you already started it, but you're not necessarily doing it because you want to do it, if that makes sense. So I'm getting that like you're up in the air about whether or not you want to complete something or just put it to the wayside until you feel up to par with it, or until you feel like you're connected to it again, because it seems as though you're not connected to whatever it is that you're doing at this time. You feel disconnected from it. Yeah, I'm just getting that you're up in the air about whether or not you want to abandon it or not. Why the Ace of Pentacles reverse? This could be a project. This could be, okay, you got the Wheel of Fortune reverse, because things are not changing. Some of you guys are just not seeing progress because some of you guys feel as though you're blocked from moving forward, or just feel as though you hit a wall. Not literally. I'm just getting that you feeling like you just, your mind and your body are not connected. It's like, for example, yes, I don't mind doing this, but your body just says otherwise, like, oh, I can't do this. I'm just getting that you feel out of sync this week, or just in general whenever you come across this. But ultimately, I'm getting that, like, Aquarius, like, there's no need to force something if it's not going. Force doesn't help change the circumstances. It gotta come with ease. Why is there? Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. I'm just getting that there's a part of you that just want to take a break, or just let something go, or abandoning something that you were doing or dealing with on some level here in order to put the focus back on you. Because it seems as though you was on go, 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 go. And it's like you're no longer connected to what you're going with. And because you're not connected to what you're going with, you're starting to feel that crash. You're starting to feel that disconnect. You're starting to feel like things are not, you're starting to feel out of sync or out of touch with certain things. And it seems as though your reality is starting to reflect that. Like, hey, pump your brakes. And I'm getting that you're having to pump your brakes in regards to a project or some sort of work, something that you're doing. It's like you're having to take a step back because it's not changing. The circumstances are not changing outside of you, because it's asking you to take a pause button if you can. I'm not saying like, oh, just up and quit. I'm not telling no one to do that. I'm just getting that like there's something here where you need to get back in sync in order for something to line up properly. But that's what I get for you this week, Aquarius. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. Last but not least, my lovely Pisces, what's coming up for you this week? Knight of Pentacles. Some of you guys are diligently working on something, or diligently giving your energy to something. Some of you guys are diligently building towards something. Your empire, like what it is that you want long term. What is it that you want for yourself stability wise? So I'm getting that you're slowly but surely building towards something, or putting your energy towards something here. What's coming up for you this week, Pisces? Yeah, offering your love, offering your energy, your resources. Something here where you're like, it's like you're connected to something that brings you fulfillment. You're allowing yourself to connect with something that, like, it's like you're giving towards something that you are emotionally fond of here. I'm getting acts of love. So it seems as though you're doing things out of your, like, through the process of your heart, through the kindness of your heart. It's something here where it's like you're putting towards something that you actually care about. You're nurturing something. Could be, I'm getting like project, could be projects, could be like a path that you're walking. It's something here that you're nurturing. You could be nurturing yourself, like building towards yourself or giving towards yourself, like acknowledging yourself, watering yourself, building your internal well-being for yourself. Let's see what's coming up for you this week, Pisces. Yeah. Now there is a sense of restlessness or a lack of resolve. Now for some of you, Okay, this is random, but I'm getting that like some of you guys feel as though, will the external accept what I built internally? Will the external love me for who I am versus externally? Will the external like demonize me because of like what I decide to do or partake in? I'm getting that some of you guys feel a little bit like hesitant to show that one outwardly because it's like it's like a process of love for you. It's something that you love, and it's something that you really see yourself as. So it's like accepting yourself as this, like finally wanting to like present yourself a certain way. Like, for example, you're experimenting with a new style, like, oh, I love these jeans. But it's like, will this be in agreement to like the external realm? How would the external react to this? But I'm just saying, like, Pisces, like, let's see. Yeah, it's like you don't know how it's going to be received. Let's say you're setting boundaries. You don't know how this boundary is going to be received by the other person or by a situation. Yes, it may be beneficial for you because it's like, yes, I care about this. Yes, I'm doing my all. I'm putting my all in this. I care about it. But how will this be received by the external? Why the Knight of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting that some of you guys are solidifying a part of you, or something within you is being lit up. Something within you that you're really building towards. I'm getting that like you're really bringing something into fruition within yourself. It's like you're becoming more comfortable with yourself, more connected to yourself in some way, shape, or form. But you just don't want that to be, you just don't know how that will be shown outwardly, how that will be received. Let's see, why the Knight of Cups? Some of you guys feel as though you may be like, that's what I'm getting. It's like, Pisces, I'm going to just say this. Mothering yourself down is not going to attract the right energy. It's only going to attract the energy that is that's functioning on a false sense of self. Okay? So what I'm getting for you is that like, operate on that authentic sense of self that you are operating on. So you can attract those that will love you for who you are, will love you for what you bring, will love you for what you give, will cultivate and foster and nurture that part of you that you care about so much, and allow those that don't really give you that to fall away. There's no need to fall back into old patterns or habits because someone don't accept you for who you are or what you bring to the table. Okay? It's not your concern. It's none of my concern anymore. None of your concern. It's none of your concern. I'm getting at it's none of your concern about how you be perceived or received thus far, Pisces, okay? You may fall out with people. People may not agree. Who gives a damn? It may hurt a little bit. I'm not saying that it may not hurt, but like, you got to live for you at the end of the day, because guess who got to live with you? Yourself. You got to be able to look at yourself in the mirror, not them. Why the world reversed, and then we'll move on. Yeah, I'm just getting that like, whatever happens, just allow it to happen. Because there's a part of you that wants to come out and play. There's a part of you that wants to show itself. There's a part of you that wants to be who you are. You cannot live for other people. Will they do the same for you? No. So you got to live for yourself too, Pisces. You can't forget about yourself, Pisces. Okay, Pisces? So that's what I get for you this week, Pisces. So now without further ado, let's go ahead and get a collective message for the week. What's coming up for the collective this week? Some of you guys are feeling a little bit guarded about something wrapping up in your life, or some of you guys are maybe a little bit hesitant about what does something wrapping up in your life consist of. Some of you guys may not know what's the next steps or what's ahead after something gets wrapped up or something ends. It's like I'm getting the ending of a series. It's like, for example, an actor have been a part of this show for years, and now it's on its final season, final episode, and it's like, okay, now that this series is done, what else is there to be done? So I'm getting that some of you guys may be a little bit kind of guarded about what's next or what's up ahead, because you don't know what's up ahead. You don't know what to really look out for. You don't know what's to come out of a certain situation now that it's wrapping up. Let's see, what's coming up for you this week, collective? Yeah, some of you guys are trying to see, like, some of you guys feel as though some of you guys may perceive something to not go a certain way. Some of you guys may be losing hope, or some of you guys may be a little bit like pessimistic about a certain thing, or maybe feeling a little bit guarded that you have to let something go or get something out the way or get something off your path. But I'm getting that you're observing how you just don't know what to really think about something or how to see something now. I'm gonna for you this week, collective. Yeah. Now for some of you guys, you may be like feeling a little bit uneasy about certain things. Like you may present that you got everything in control, but behind closed doors you may be feeling a little bit uneasy or unsteady here. You don't really know what to go. It's like you're putting up a brave front in regards to, like, even though this thing wrapped up, it's like you're still trying to, like, you're not trying to let that show outwardly here. Why the world? Yeah. Something's closing out, and it's like you're having to move away to calmer waters, or just move away from a situation overall in order to find your happiness. Like, some of you guys feel as though you may fall off, or you may like feel as though you are not going to get the same recognition or the same praise that you got before. But I'm just getting the energy that, like, it's never the end. Nothing's ever set in stone. And I said this for last week's weekly, is that as long as you still got breath in your body, as long as you are still able to move, get up and go, wake up a different day, you have an opportunity to change, you have an opportunity to make shit shake, you have an opportunity to, like, keep going. The world's going to keep going with or without you. So I'm getting, ultimately, it's like there's no need to there's no need to paint a pessimistic outlook because something's wrapping up in your life a certain way. Why the Page of Swords? Knight of Cups, reverse. Some of you guys are just feel as though you're not really in it, or you're observing how someone's not really emotionally available or emotionally connected. Some of you guys don't feel emotionally connected to whatever this is, ultimately. But it's like you're putting up a brave front. What an Emperor. 2 cards. Some of you guys are having to take your emotions out of it. But ultimately, I'm just getting, ultimately for the collective, is that, like, if your heart's not in it, then what's the point? People have a false sense of security, and I'm picking up on that, ultimately, is because their heart is not in it. Why the Ten of Swords? That's what it is. Some of you guys thought this was going to be your happily ever after. Some of you guys thought that this was going to be the end all be all. Some of you guys thought that this was going to be an ongoing series. That's why I got that series reference in the beginning. So I'm getting, ultimately, some of you guys may be, like, you know, putting up a brave front, even though behind closed doors you may be falling the fuck apart. Even though you may feel as though uncertain about what's next, what's to come. Some of you guys feel as though, now get some of the energy where some of you guys feel as though, how come this person is able to move on? I'm still stuck at square one. I'm just getting that you got to go at your own pace, collective. And it's okay to fall apart. You got to be honest with yourself in order for real change to come through, in order for real healing to come through. Because sweeping things under the rug is not going to progress any further. You're just going to keep tripping shit. It's going to keep growing under the rug until you trip over it. So there's a need for the collective to be honest about how they really feel. So that way they can heal the source of what this is. You don't have to reconnect with whatever this is, even though you expected things to be a certain way. That does not mean that it's the end of your life. That's the end, like, that's it, that's all. Just like an actor who ended a series, I'm getting the energy that, like, there's other series that's going to be available to them after this series is closed out. Your life is not done, collective. You're going to have another opportunity to move forward, and an opportunity to, like, become the best version of yourself day in and day out. You don't need to rely on X, Y, and Z in order to, like, feel accomplished, or in order to, like, you know, feel as though you got some sort of sense of security. As long as you got yourself, that's the real prize. As long as you know yourself, you got yourself, that's the real prize. So build towards yourself, Start taking charge of situations here. Don't move off a sense of like emotional scarcity. Okay? There's just a need for you to like be honest with your feelings, be honest with how you see things, be honest with yourself, so that way you can properly heal. Okay, collective? But that's what I get for you this week, collective. So now without further ado, let's go ahead and get a card of the week. What is it that the collective should... Okay, 2 cards flew out. May you know curiosity and may you know wholeness. Let's go ahead and read what that means. May you know curiosity. May you recapture the innocence and fascinations of pure wonder. Ask questions of others or of yourself. Open up. What does that really mean? What if? Why? Inquire. Be compassionately curious. Don't make assumptions. The true answers may surprise you. What does this person or experience have to teach me? What am I meant to learn? May you know curiosity. Now let's read May you know wholeness. May you know wholeness. May you know that mind, body, and spirit are intricately interwoven to create the whole of you. Love and nurture these powerful elements and find that the whole really is much greater and much more vast than the sum of its parts. They are like a beautiful and powerful symphony. Wholeness is a powerful and healing state of being. It is self-acceptance and self-love. It creates the opportunity to fully stand in your truth and be the fullest expression of who you really are. May you know wholeness. And I feel called to read the bottom of the deck. May you know inspiration. And then we'll close out this reading. May you know inspiration and its powerful energy. May you find the magic of inspiration sparkling everywhere you go. And may this inspiration be transformed in whatever way, shape, or form it is best manifested in your life. Be inspired and create beauty and magic in your life in every moment and every day. The world needs more of your infectious excitement, your unique creativity, and everything it inspires. May you know inspiration. Very beautiful way to end out this reading. In any case, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video that I post. Toodaloo.